Egbaland is the homeland of the Egba people, a major subgroup of the Yoruba ethnic group in the southwestern parts of Nigeria. It is centered around the city of Abeokuta, capital of Ogun State.
Long ago, the Egba lived under the powerful Oyo Empire. Life under Oyo rule was harsh. Local officers called Ilari ruled like an occupying army, squeezing tributes from every Egba town. Around 1780, a man named Lisabi decided enough was enough. He built a secret movement, a mutual aid society called Egbe Aaro. Then on a single coordinated night, Egba towns rose up together. More than 600 of Oyo representatives were wiped out in one day. It worked. The Egba broke free. But peace didn't last. In the early 1800s, the wider Yoruba world fell into chaos. A dispute over alligator peppers at the market spiraled into a full-blown regional war, and old alliances turned into bloodshed. Egba towns were attacked and destroyed, one after another. The survivors needed a new home, somewhere they could actually defend. They found it at a massive granite outcrop called Olumo Rock. The strong defensive position made it the perfect refuge against slave raiders from Dahomey, who were circling looking to profit from the chaos. In 1830, under the leadership of a hunter and a war chief named Shodeke, the Egba people gathered at the rock and found a new city. They called it Abeokuta, which means refuge among rocks. The name said it all. This city wasn't just a city, it was shelter. It was survival made permanent. Abeokuta grew fast. It became a key link in the Lagos to Ibadan trade in palm oil, pulling in merchants, missionaries, and freed slaves returning from Sierra Leone. That growth and success eventually pulled the Egba into new wars, this time against Dahomey itself. In 1851, backed by missionaries and British arms, the Egba won a major victory over the Dahomeyan army. Over time, Abeokuta became more than a refuge. It became the home to the first newspaper in Nigeria and the first Nigerian nation to have its own anthem. Later, it played a major role in the fight against colonial rule. Today, Abeokuta still stands. Olumo Rock is still there too, no longer a hiding place but a monument, a reminder that the Egba people turned flight into a foundation and built a nation on the back of a rock. Before Abeokuta existed, the Egba were under the control of Oyo Empire. A man named Lisabi organized a resistance movement and helped the Egba win their freedom from Oyo domination. This laid the foundation for Egba's value of self-determination, community leadership, and resistance to oppression. In 1893, the Egba established the Egba United Government, one of the most organized indigenous governments in pre-colonial Nigeria. It had its own government, administrative structures, tax systems, and political representation. During the 19th century, the Egba fought several wars against the powerful Kingdom of Dahomey. In 1851, the Egba successfully defended Abeokuta and defeated Dahomey's forces. Egbaland produced many notable figures in Nigerian history, including Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, Fela Kuti, and Wole Soyinka.
The Egba people speak a dialect of the Yoruba language known as Southwest Yoruba. While it is mutually intelligible with Standard Yoruba, the Egba dialect has its own tonal patterns, idiomatic expression, and a strong oral tradition built around Oriki. Egbaland sits in the Ogun Central Senatorial District, covering 6 local government areas.
Egba people are celebrated for their spicy dishes that they make in Egbaland. The most iconic food of the Egba people is ofada rice, a grain rice paired with stew, various types of meat you could ever think of. Egba people use it to make their stew. They're also known for making ekuru, a beans food like moi moi. Egba food are always delicious. Trust me, I can be a witness for it. Egba people are mostly known for their historical traditional hair braiding, which has different type of meaning, like shuku, patewa, koroba, and those hairstyles beautify their women. It make them look so elegant. The men of Egba people mostly do afro, steak, and boomed twisting, mostly meant for the royalties and the warriors of the Egba land. As you can see my face, this is a facial expressions of the Egba people tribal marks. First, I'll talk about the Owu tribal mark, which the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, is one of the people who has this mark. It is a 6 mark with each faces, and it identifies them as the people of Egba, and it shows their legacy as the people of Egba town.
Egba marriage tradition unfolds in 3 stages: introduction, engagement, and ceremony. This custom blends indigenous tradition with Islamic or Christian practice. On religion, the Egba historically worshipped Yoruba deities like Ogun, Shango, Orunmila, and the likes. However, Christianity and Islam now predominate alongside surviving traditional practices. Key rituals include the Egungun masquerade honoring ancestral spirits, Ifa divination for guidance on matters like marriage and governance, Ogun worship, ancestor veneration, and community cleansing ceremonies meant to ward off disease and misfortune. Traditional Egba dressing is rooted in Yoruba attire. Men wear the agbada with matching shokoto trousers and fila for formal occasions. Women wear iro and buba topped with a gele. What sets Egba dressing apart is adire, a handcrafted indigo tie and dye fabric produced mainly at Itoku market in Abeokuta. Adire is both everyday wear and a cultural statement, and it is gaining international recognition as a fashion export. Egba beadwork is a display of cultural pride and status. Royal coral beads are rich red beads worn by chiefs and royalty to symbolize wealth and spiritual power. Beaded crowns or ade are used exclusively by kings to signify divine authority. Waist beads are worn to celebrate femininity and cultural milestones, and beaded bags complete a traditional owanbe outfit. Egba people also use many traditional proverbs in everyday speech to teach wisdom, respect, hard work, and good character. A few examples include Ogbonjo, meaning wisdom is greater than strength. Iwalewa, meaning good character is beauty. These are few among the proverbs the Egba people use to communicate day to day. 4 traditional rulers operate under the Egba traditional authority: the Alaafin of Oyo clan, Oshile of Ukiono, the Agura of Bagura, and the Olumo of Oyo. The Alaafin is the paramount ruler and the most senior of the 4, presiding over collective matters affecting Egbaland as a whole. The current Alaafin is His Imperial Majesty Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadibo. The Lisabi festival is the most prominent cultural event for the Egba people, held every March at the Alaafin Palace in Ake. It honors Lisabi Agbungbo Akala and serves as a massive homecoming for Egba people worldwide. Highlights include traditional warrior dancing, Ayolokmo competitions, and the grand finale featuring traditional rulers, politicians, and celebrities in coral beads and ashoke. When visiting Egbaland, there are a few prominent places to visit like the Olumo Rock, Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, the Centenary Hall, and the famous Itoku Market. Egbaland holds strong potential across tourism, agriculture, industry, and education. Its proximity to Lagos makes it attractive for real estate and commercial expansion, while the Adire and Ofi textile industry is being positioned internationally. With continued investment in infrastructure and cultural preservation, Egbaland is well placed to keep producing leaders in politics, arts, and academia, carrying forward a legacy of resilience, self-determination, and pride.
Àwa lọmọ Abeokuta, ìlú rere, ìlú ọlọ́lá, ibi gbogbo látọ̀rọ̀ ìlú wa, Egba ọmọ ìlú Lisabi. Àwa lọmọ Abeokuta, ìlú rere, ìlú ọlọ́lá, ibi gbogbo látọ̀rọ̀ ìlú wa, Egba ọmọ ìlú Lisabi. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ mọ Olúmọ, ẹ lọ ṣe bàbá Olúmọ. ẹ̀ṣinṣin. Ẹ má dènà dẹ̀gbẹ́ o. Ìgbà ẹranko kì í dènà dọ̀wọ̀. Ẹ bọ̀wọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ṣinṣin. Ẹ má dènà dẹ̀gbẹ́ o. Ìgbà ẹ̀ṣinṣin kì í dènà dọ̀wọ̀. Bọ̀wọ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ṣinṣin.